Brian, Michael from North Carolina, ASIC from Nevada. Thanks for being everybody. We're getting started in about 1 minute. Welcome, Sarah. Thanks for being here. And we have Ivy here she's from Texas. All right. Well, we got the country covered. Yeah, we got the East Coast, we got the West Coast, we got the Midwest. So yeah, welcome everybody. Well, it's time to start. It is 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's June 20th of 2023. This is live. So we're going to be, hopefully you're going to be learning some stuff tonight. Hopefully I can teach you a few things. And, you know, I definitely want everybody asking questions. And, you know, I understand a lot of you are really new to trading, and that's fine. Continue to fill out the poll if you don't mind. And then in chat, you know, definitely, again, definitely ask you questions. So we'll be looking at VSIG, MGOL, and OWLT. And I really want everyone to understand, you know, not only, real quick, Yusuf can't hear anything. Can everybody else hear me? Give me a sound. Give me a sound check, everyone. Just as you should be able to hear me. Looks like everything's working. But anyway, we'll be going through these stocks, and really, more importantly, I really want you to understand why we found these stocks in the first place, why they were on our watch list today, why they were traded today. Joe says yes, so I'm not sure. Eric says yes, so some of you can hear me and some of you can't. So Julie hears me. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. Thanks, Sarah. Okay. Weird. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. Maybe you guys. If you, let me try something. Maybe log out and back in. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why some people can hear me and some people can't. So, but yeah. So anyway, I want to continue. So we want to. Yeah, Sarah said. Well, you could read what she says because you can't hear me. So read what Sarah said. Anyway, so I really want everyone to understand exactly why our team was watching these stocks today and why they decided to trade these stocks today. That's way more important than just, you know, rattling off a bunch of stock picks. Okay, I really want you to understand the process. So that's my one of my goals tonight is to help you do that. So I'm going to go ahead. You should see at the top of chat, or you can click the offer button. So anyway, let me go to stocks to trade so we can look at these charts. And we can actually take a good look at these things. Okay, so VSIG, it has pre-market gap up. I mean, you got this little pop back here pre-market. I'm not going to talk about trading pre-market, okay? I don't think beginners should trade pre-market just because you get big spreads typically right here. You can. It's just different. I just don't recommend starting out that way. But you can see when we come into the market, you know, it just doesn't quite break out until maybe like 10:30. You know, if you would have got back on here, you would have been fine. But you know, so we're looking at, you know, waiting for excuse me here. There's a good pop. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So right here at like 470, you can see where it really starts to go up here. And so we have a kind of like, okay, this thing's going to go. So getting in like 470, you have a little bit of sideways action for a minute, but then it continues. You have higher lows all the way up, and then just getting out on these big candles here, and just getting out before all this mess here. at 850, locking in like 80% profit. But even if you got out way back here, you could have grabbed 20, 30, 40% so easily. But it ran to 1130. After that, it just kind of came down and just sideways action. So, but this had, again, so this met the criteria. It had news, and it's in the AI sector, and we had volume, we had everything we needed. We had the setup we wanted. That's why our team was watching it, and turned out to be a very good trade. So, all right. So this is another setup here. I kind of like these better. This is kind of a good setup for. I didn't see your name. I only saw your email. KIW Bird. I don't know what to call you. But this is a better, kind of a nice setup, because this actually doesn't go so straight up, right? You have this pop at the open, and then you have this drop, and then you have this bounce. But it's not really a quick bounce. I actually don't mind these, because then you just have some higher lows. It just works its way up. The entry point was like 218 right here. It's kind of hard to see. There's right here when it starts to run up, and then it just nicely stair steps up. And then anytime you have a big volume run up like this, it's just a perfect place to get out and take your profits. So getting out like at 250. It does keep on going, but it definitely slows down, and you have your ups and downs. And when you're trading this live, you have to remember, like, oh my, you're making decisions here, right? You're reacting to what's happening. So it's just so much easier just to play the part of the chart where you have higher lows, and you get a big little run up like that, and you hit 20%, 10 or 15% profit, then go for it. MGOL, previous runner, volume, everything we wanted, so it also met the criteria to go on the watches as well. So OWLT, this one is a little bit different. Let me see here. So you have just, it's kind of messy at the open, right? I mean, if you would have got in, you would have probably wanted to get out right here and maybe cut losses or break even and get out. But then if you would have kept on watching this thing, you can see around noon, it breaks out, so getting in at 29 cents on this strong breakout right here. There's a little bit of a tiny bit of a pullback, but then it just races up to 40. So getting out at like 37, 38, you still grab 30% profit just right there real quick. So, but, these setups don't always work. Like this one took a while, right? MGOL, it looked like it was going to break out, but then it pulled back, but then it finally did work its way up. And in VSIG, it didn't get a dip at, you didn't get a dip at the open. It just kind of, slowly kind of sideways action and worked its way up. So, but Mark Crook said something great one time when I was first learning. He said, look, I'm going to try this trade out. And that's really what we're doing. We're trying these trades out. We're giving ourselves the best advantage, and we're trying them out, Scaling in and out of trades is really good, just because you can manage your risk a lot better, because you don't know what's going to happen. So like on this one, like maybe we got in with half our position here, for example, and then we waited for this and bought another half a position, and then we sold all out and just some heavy volume up here. So there's different things you can do to manage risk. But yeah, again, but it's important to be able to find these setups, give yourself the best advantage you can, and then just follow the rules after that. So I'm going to close this out, see if anybody has any questions.